This is the Phuket News Hour with Tim Shaw. Join the conversation on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Phuket Live Radio.
Hello and welcome to the program. A lot of news around today. An aircraft has crashed in the forests of Borneo. We'll bring you that story. We're also looking at a woman, a Filipino servant, who won 2.3 million Singapore dollars in a lottery, but has been accused of stealing the lottery ticket. We go on the Silk Road to an exhibition planned to be staged in Los Angeles and replicating what you would see if you travelled the Silk Road up there in China. And great golfing news for the US PGA. All this and more here on the Phuket News Hour. Lots of stories. We'll bring you the latest local and national news from the Phuket News Centre, and we'll be crossing to the BBC for the world headlines. Stay tuned for the News Hour here on Live 89.5, brought to you by the Kids Club Phuket.
The news you need to know. This is the Phuket News Hour with Tim Shaw.
Checking stories in the region, the BBC is reporting that the wreckage of an Indonesian plane which went missing with 54 people on board has been found in the remote western Papua region. The Trigana air flight lost contact at just before 3 p.m. on Sunday as it flew from the provincial capital Jayapura to the town of Oksibil. Indonesia's transport minister said that the aircraft had been found by local people in the Bintang Highlands region. And a search team has also spotted suspected wreckage from the air. Bintang Mountains Regional Police Chief has told Antara News Agency that the debris was seen near the Oksop waterfall and that the ground search teams were preparing to head to the area. Now, this aircraft is an ATR 42-300 twin turboprop plane, was carrying 44 adults, 5 children and infants and 5 crew. It is not yet known if anyone survived. Now, there has been controversy regarding Trigana Air. In its short life since 1991, when it began operations, it's had 14 serious incidents, losing 10 aircraft in the process, according to the Aviation Safety Network. It's been on a European Union blacklist of banned carriers since 2007. All but 4 of Indonesia's certified airlines are on the list. Indonesia has suffered 2 major air disasters in the past year. Last December, we know the AirAsia plane crashed into the Java Sea, killing all 192 people on board. And in July, a military transport plane crashed in a residential area of Medan, Sumatra, claiming 140 lives. So just repeating, Indonesia has located a passenger plane wreckage found in the remote Papua region, and it is an ATR 42-300 twin turboprop of Trigana Airlines, which has been on a banned list now by the European aviation authorities. That story from the BBC. More news on the way here on the Phuket News Hour.
Missed something? No problem. Listen to the Phuket News Hour any time of the day. Programs posted daily on the PhuketNews.com/radio and on our Facebook page, Phuket Live Radio.
Some of the stories making news in the ASEAN region. We go to the Philippines, where passengers were forced to hurl themselves into the sea to escape a ferocious blaze that engulfed a packed passenger ferry in the central Philippines just as it pulled into port at Ormoc. Going to Malaysia, Malaysia's Prime Minister has a problem. He can't explain away a $700 million bank account to a sceptical public. His response? A crackdown on critics and the press that has kept him in power, but doesn't address a deep reservoir of dissatisfaction with his leadership. That story about this alleged $700 million siphoned off from the Malaysian Development Bank and into US bank accounts is gathering momentum, and the investigation continues. Interesting news from Cambodia. The government has banned movie theatres from screening the movie No Escape, a Hollywood action movie starring Owen Wilson and Pierce Brosnan, due to concerns over the movie's impact on local culture. No Escape is a fictitious story centred around a US businessman played by Owen Wilson, who moves to an unidentified Asian country with his family, gets caught up in a violent coup and tries to escape. It's my kind of action movie, and I'm hoping to see it here in the Kingdom of Thailand. And a story too from Burma, the case of a Burma Army soldier raping and murdering a 20-year-old woman in Shan State throws government promises of an end to sexual violence in doubt. The Shan Human Rights Foundation has said The murder happened in Ho Pong Township in the state's south on June the 6th, and villagers are wondering why only one culprit has been arrested when several soldiers committed the crime, and fear that one or more culprits remain free. And news from Singapore. You ready for this? An overseas Filipino worker working as a domestic helper in Singapore says she's innocent of stealing a lottery ticket that has won 2.3 million Singapore dollars. The Straits Times has reported that a Filipino domestic worker identified only as a 44-year-old woman, Len, won the large Singapore lottery prize last June, but in July has been accused of stealing the winning ticket. That's just some of the stories making news in the ASEAN region. More news on the way here on the Phuket News Hour, brought to you by the Kids Club Phuket.
Your daily news fix, Monday to Friday at 11 a.m. Only on Live 89.5.
Breaking news, the Kids Club Phuket are the proud sponsors of the Phuket News Hour. It is the best fun your kid can have. It's an amazing and unique indoor playground for children, covers 800 square metres of area, and it's fully air-conditioned. There is a complete child-friendly complex. There's a parents' lounge with free Wi-Fi. It's open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m, and that includes public holidays as well. If you want to know more, go to thekidsclubphuket.com, call them on 076 341 310, or go to facebook.com, The Kids Club Phuket. The other great thing, TKC Party Supplies, because you can get all of the things you need for your kid's birthday party. Balloons, streamers, cups, plates, everything you need to make sure your kid's party is sensational. And if you're having a special 30th, 40th, 50th or 60th birthday party, get your own party supplies there as well. The Kids Club Phuket, opposite Jung Salong, open 7 days a week. The proud sponsors of the Phuket News Hour.
The stuff you need to know. 60 minutes of news on the Phuket News Hour with Tim Shaw.
Looking at ASEAN art and culture, the region around Dongguan, China, is forbidding today, but it was once part of a busy trade route before the 4th and 14th centuries. It was also a centre of devotion. Now, this so-called area has been recognised as the Silk Route, and the Getty Museum in Los Angeles is going to display 3 full-size replicas of caves and their paintings so that visitors can experience the art without actually going to China. This exhibition will also feature rare original textiles, drawings and manuscripts, including a 9th century copy of a Buddhist scripture. Now, what's so terrific about this is that the Voice of America has spoken to the Getty Research Institute, and here's that report from the Voice of America.
The region around Dunhuang is forbidding, but was once part of a busy trade route. Between the 4th and 14th centuries, it was also a center of devotion.
If you ever have been there, you will not forget it. 500 caves, all painted with sculptures. And it is an astonishing place of contemplation and of worshipping.
Since 1989, the Getty Conservation Institute has helped Chinese experts protect the site.
It's not just flaking paint, it's sandstorms, it's hundreds of thousands of tourists every year, so you have to kind of pick apart all the various challenges, which we've done with the Dunhuang Academy, the stewards of the site.
The caves were closed for many centuries, but today host nearly 1 million visitors a year.
This is a very big challenge. We need to balance the conservation and tourism. Yes.
The Getty Museum will display 3 full-size replicas of caves and their paintings, so Los Angeles visitors can experience the art without going to China. The exhibition will tell the story of the caves, says Ted Lipman of the Robert H. N. Ho Family Foundation, one of the sponsors.
What we're looking at will not just be the art itself, but looking at the work that has been done through international cooperation to preserve these resources for the world to enjoy.
A great story, and if anyone has been to the Getty Museum in Los Angeles, it is without doubt the most extraordinary philanthropic museum ever put to play. I will post that story from the Voice of America on facebook.com, the Phuket News, and facebook.com, Phuket Live Radio. Have a look at the great treasures of the Silk Road. This is the Phuket News Hour. More news on the way and some great news in golf. Don't go away.
Today's important stories and the island's best music. This is the Phuket News Hour with Tim Shaw.
Hey, look out, golfers. Australia's Jason Day has ended a long wait for his first major, shooting a final round 67 to clinch victory in the PGA Championships by 3 shots on Monday. Now, he led 3 shots at the turn, held his nerve through the back 9 to seal a memorable win over America's Jordan Spieth at the Whistling Straits course in Wisconsin. South Africa's Brandon Grace shot a 3 under 69 to finish third on 15 under, while England's Justin Rose finished a shot back in fourth. After a 2 under 70, his fourth round total of 20 under was a record low score for a major championship. He's become the 5th Australian to win the PGA Championship after Jim Ferrier in 1947, David Graham 1979, Wayne Grady in 1990 and Steve Elkington in 1995. Now, this win moves him to number 3 in the world, while runner-up Spieth becomes the new world number 1, replacing Northern Ireland's Rory McIlroy. And according to the winner, it's been a long journey. I didn't ever expect to grow up and be on a PGA tour. It's an amazing feeling that has been a dream since I've been 12 years old. To stand up in front of a crowd like this and hold the PGA title is really special. I didn't expect to cry, said Mr. Day. A lot of emotion came out. I've been so close to a major so many times, and to play the way I did, I could tell that Spieth was the favourite, and to play the way I did and to finish the way I did was very, very special. Now, the young man from Beau Desert has been in very close majors on numerous occasions, most notably the 2013 Masters, when he held a 2-shot lead on the 16th tee before bogeying consecutive holes to finish 2 shots out of a playoff between Argentina's Angel Cabrera and the eventual winner, Australia's Adam Scott. And when the final round began, the Australian was on the 15 under, leading by 2 shots from American Jordan Spieth, with Grace and Rose a further stroke back. So congratulations to Australia's Jason Day. He's ended that long wait for a first major shooting around final of 67 to clinch victory in the PGA Championship by 3 shots on Monday. More news on the way. This is the Phuket News Hour with a little bit of golf for a change.
Missed something? No problem. Listen to the Phuket News Hour any time of the day. Programs posted daily on the PhuketNews.com/radio and on our Facebook page, Phuket Live Radio.
That is the program for today. Thank you for your company, and we look forward to bringing you right through the week all the news that counts locally, nationally and internationally here on the Phuket News Hour. This program produced and presented by Tim Shaw with the resources of the BBC, CNN, Voice of America, the Phuket News Centre and the World Wide Web. If you'd like to catch the highlights, go to facebook.com Phuket Live Radio, click the podcast at phuketliveradio.com. This program proudly sponsored by the Kids Club Phuket, opposite Jung Salong, the best fun your kid can have. Make sure you check out facebook.com, the Kids Club Phuket. Have a great day. Until we speak again, bye for now.
This is the Phuket News Hour with Tim Shaw. Join the conversation on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Phuket Live Radio.